we are very close to signing the, hey everybody, how's it going? This is the front, right on Frankfurt, side view with the entrance. Oh, here's the inside. The inside's gonna be. How do you guys feel about this? Isn't that sweet? Yeah, that's the story. Making progress, just without any progress. All right, let's go.
All right, so we just got the Appalachian Brewing Company in Harrisburg. They reached out to us a few weeks ago about doing a stout cookie collab. So we're meeting with the brewmaster, I think is what they're called, and their marketing team with some goodies, and we're gonna see what cookies would make the best brew and come up with some different marketing ideas to see what we can do. Super excited about this.
Yes, I am. Hello.
How's it going?
Hi. Go straight on back.
How's it going? Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, hey.
I'm Cameron. I'm Bruce. Doug.
Artie.
Nice to meet you, Artie.
Well, thank you for coming out and seeing us. I mean, you came from Lancaster, right? Yeah. Our latest location is more just like a brew pub. They do have like a brewery there, but everything, the majority of what we do is actually made out of here from brews.
It seems like this should probably be a stout, you know, stout porter or something like that. I mean, we could get really, really inventive with it, but that's this type of more decadent, sweeter type of beer tends to lend itself to that style range. So I'd like to kind of have this be a little bit more collaborative, you know, and
100%.
You know, have a little bit of input from you guys to see what you might want out of a beer.
Yeah, sometimes with collab beers, as you may have already experienced, sometimes it's like you have a meeting, you talk about something, and then all of a sudden you're like, it just happened. I like them to have a little more meaning to them, you know, just so there's a little bit more thought that goes into it.
I mean, we have a whole line of flagship beers, you know, lagers, IPAs, everything. And then we do a coffee stout that we do with a collab with a coffee roaster, and then the pastry stout's one of the more popular ones throughout the year. We only do it once a year. It really just like spikes. People go crazy hunting for it, and it goes pretty quick. So it's very well received by the public. That's why this makes perfect sense.
And I do see, is that a pretzel on top of the?
So we have a Hammond.
That's what we were hitting on, the salted caramel pretzel. That's why one of the reasons why I think we were drawn to it.
So we have Hammond's pretzels that we use throughout it, and then we just top it with like a few Hammond's pretzels.
Like the mountains here. So we try to make that chocolate.
Have you guys had Taylor Ship before?
All right, thank you. That's good.
The salt's very prominent. And I like the finish.
The texture is nice. That crunch is.
I wanted to be a professional drummer, but I think sitting here drinking beer and eating cookies in the middle of it might be better.
This could be a lot of fun.
This
is going to be a lot of fun.
Which ones do you guys want? I like the cannoli. Final thoughts, Dougie? Do you have any finals?
I'm about to close on a $500,000 line of credit, and let's not be late for it.
This went really good. I'm really happy that we did it, and I'm excited for the beer that we come up with.
All right, Isaac, which one do you want besides this one?
You can surprise me. How'd you think it went?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Artie would be cool to have on the podcast.
So the brewing process, like, it happens in chunks, you know what I mean? But it's kind of broken down into like 3 or 4 segments that might take 90 minutes to 2 hours. So it really kind of starts with a variation of different types of malts. This beer, it's almost all barley, but there's also oats and wheat. There's a big silo outside that's where we store our Pilsner malt. 90% of all of our beer is that grain. The rest of the grain in any given recipe is what we call specialty malts. And specialty malts vary in different colors, different caramel levels, different flavors. So the combination of all these things that we mix in with it is how we get the real nuance in the beer itself. So for example, this beer is a stout, and a malt like this might not be in most beers. In this beer, there's like all kinds of malts that are black and roasted, and you can smell it. It's like, it smells like chocolate, you know?
Yeah.
We're basically taking these kernels and trying to expose what's in the middle. They call it the endosperm. So we're trying to get through the husk and the shell to get to the meat, basically, on the inside. Once it's all ground up, it ends up here. This is where all that crushed up stuff ends up. So all of this is coming out of this tank, being mixed with hot water in what we call the mash kettle. Basically like making a big tank of oatmeal, kind of. So it is steamy, but if you want to take a peek inside, so that crushed up malted barley, and once we get it all in, it's gonna sit here for like an hour. And then what we'll start doing is we'll start separating the liquid that's in here from the solids. So eventually the solids become waste, and we want to take like the sugar liquid, the sugar syrup out of this big concoction. Yeah. That later becomes the beer. So we've begun the lautering process, which means to clear or purify. And what we're literally doing is taking the liquid we call wort, sweet wort, separating it from that oatmeal, from that malted barley mash. So it's we're kind of pumping it out of the bottom of this tank and into our boil kettle. And this is where we're gonna boil the wort. You wanna taste some of the wort? It's not alcohol. It's really good. You wanna try some? You've probably never had it, right? No, let me get some glasses, dude.
Wait, so what is it mainly made out of then?
It's mostly maltose, which is like malt sugar. So it's like the sugar compounds from malt, but there's also like sucrose, glucose, like other sugar molecules that are part of the whole thing as well. The more wort we can get in contact with, the more cookie surface area, the better extract we're gonna get. Now for this beer, this is where we're gonna add all the fun stuff. The pretzels, the cookies, it's all gonna be in here like a big tea. After this resting period is when we'll go to fermentation. So like through this whole process, it's still not beer. Yeah. We've made no beer yet. This is where the wort, which is about to become beer, goes next. The tailored chip salted caramel cookie beer. We're gonna go into this tank. We're gonna cool it down to like 70 degrees. So we're gonna go from like 200 to 70 almost instantaneously. And we're gonna come out of this pipe and fill this tank. This is like the last stop before it hits a keg or a can or a bottle. Finish it off, carbonate, and send it to packaging.
I'm super excited to try the beer. I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have a little case. I'm gonna put it on my shelf. I'm gonna drink one, save the rest, tell my kids about it. But we're making salted caramel pretzel stout, and just got to see the whole production, everything from back to bottle, from front to bottling. Bottling was my favorite part. The automation's wild. Hair nets and beard nets over here. If you guys don't have it, you're fine. This is the kitchen, I guess you could call it. We have our 60 quart, and then this is where all of our, and we're actually ordering a second one of these. It just makes little balls, forces them out, and then you can use both sides. So for instance, our brokey that has like either, you just spin this and they come together in here and they come out there. Right now we're doing like about 100 shipments a day. Pumpkin spice, which have you had pumpkin spice yet?
No, but we talked about it. I do.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you guys have got to try the pumpkin spice. And they run a very tight ship. So I told them it's okay to yell at you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, make them do all of it then.
Yeah, we can do all of it.
So start with this one or come off with this one? All right.
Just start with that.
Gotcha.
And then you're going to do 12 to a tray.
Is that perfect?
Okay. It's pretty darn perfect.
Pretty close?
All we're going to do is go like this.
Okay.
So the paper don't flap one on it.
All right.
And that's that. So we're going to do 4 of those, and you can slide that on this rack.
Okay, cool. See if you can do as good as me.
How many go in a row?
Well.
Perfect.
Oh, he's better at it. Back up, let us down.
There you go. Twice
Side
with you.
down?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. What are these, snickerdoodles?
Yes.
Terry's favorite.
225 ounces of butter. And all I have to do is just take that spatula and cut it to there. Cut as big a toast as you can.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Big.
Oh, by the way, it's almost frozen.
I'm afraid I'm gonna break the spatula.
It's okay, we've broken one already.
All 4 shells here?
Yep.
In the top?
Yep.
20 minutes on C, right?
There you go.
All right, we're baking.
All right, who all wants a bite of a fresh double chocolate brownie?
That's amazing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it too.
I thought it was super fun, actually. They were stoked on cookie making, so, which is cool. it's like there's a little bit of a nostalgia to what we do compared to what they do, maybe because we have more by hand elements worked in, and it's just a smaller feel. And so yeah, they enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was super fun. Now on to the next thing.
All right. Good morning. It is November 9th, 2023. It's a Thursday. Today we are at Appalachian Brewing Company. It's bottling day. So excited, about to go inside, see all of our beer being bottled. Hopefully I get to taste it today. That'd be pretty awesome. And yeah, we're super excited. Let's see our beer getting bottled.
Come on in.
Thank you.
We are rolling. We're probably maybe 30% of the way through the run.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that looks sweet.
Yeah, man. It's coming from here. This is where the beer originated. So we fermented in one of those tanks, and we did all the fun stuff. We transferred the beer to here and finished carbonation, and now we're pushing out of this tank to the packaging line. So the other end of that pipe is the cellar, and this is running into the canning machine.
I don't know if it's because it's 10:30 in the morning or it's just really good, but it tastes like a cookie. Yeah, this is good. Just wrapped up at Appalachian Brewing Company, finishing up the bottling and all of that stuff. The beer is hitting the shelves, I believe, on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, and then we are having our pop-up event on Friday. Appalachian Brewing Company is coming to our York location and our Mannheim Pike location to give out the beer since we can't sell it. But it was a really cool experience to see another local company making like a really good product, and really focusing on like the ingredients. Sometimes you look at a product and you just taste it and you enjoy it, and you just like enjoy it just because like it tastes good, or, you know, whatever. But when you really like get to experience like what happens behind the scenes, like all the different people, all the different tastes and preferences and everything that goes into crafting like a cookie or a beer, it's pretty phenomenal. And so our goal with all of this content and any time that we make these types of videos is just like showing you the process of how something is made, because I think it's really sweet. I think we, you know, people are super talented at what they do, and we're just honored and super thankful to be able to like meet other business owners in different industries and really create something amazing. So stop by one of the ABC locations in Pennsylvania and grab a beer, or if you were in Pennsylvania or Maryland, I believe, you can go to a local distributor and pick up the beer for yourself. It's in the trunk, or else I'd show you, but this is what it looks like.